Hello and welcome to Lucky Sweetheart Vintage, where kitsch comes to play and fabulous finds are around every corner. My name is Catherine and I hope that you had a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday. I know that me and my family did. The day after Christmas, I went out and did a little bit of estate sale shopping, so we're going to get into that. I'll let you know what I bought, how much I paid, and what I'm keeping and what I'm selling or whatever. So we'll get into that in a second. But this estate sale was absolutely insane. Like, oh my God, the line was all the way down the block. And this guy was getting real, we go by a number system on Long Island, where everybody gets, some estate sales are like that. Some estate sales are first come, first serve. But for the most part, you get these numbers, deli numbers. And this guy was going crazy, asking people for their numbers. But anyway, we're getting to get into the story at the end. But first, let's get into the estate sale haul. Okay, so the first and biggest part of the estate sale haul was this seltzer bottle. Now, my dad is a very recent and new collector of the vintage seltzer bottle. So this is literally for next Christmas. This is from 363 days from now. This is going to be a Christmas present. So look at how awesome this is. It was made in Czechoslovakia, back when there was a Czechoslovakia, made in Czechoslovakia. And I cleaned it up. I don't know if you're actually supposed to do that with these vintage seltzer bottles, but I just thought this was awesome. This is a cool part of design, and men like these, this industrial look. So my dad, I think he's gonna be very impressed with it. These were made back in the 1930s, and I paid $15 for it. So if I would have gone online and purchased it, it would have been 15 to 20 or 25 plus shipping. So next up, we got this awesome holly, what do you call this? Tin or whatever. And the tin is made in Hong Kong. I'll show you the bottom later, but I got these seltzer chargers. I just thought these were cool. If you saw the gift that Cindy from Mimi's Treasure Cottage got me for Christmas, it just kind of reminded me of these old boxes. So now I've kind of been into the old boxes. So, but this is for my dad for next Christmas, to go along with that. So, and then I got this too. And this is chargers for whipped cream, and the actual chargers are inside. Let me show you what they look like. The seltzer ones look exactly the same, but that's what they look like. And I attempted to look up how much they would be online, but I don't even know. So yeah, pretty cool. I just, again, like the box, the coolness of it. And then we got this little Santa Claus. He's so cute. And then we got a bunch of rickrack. So we got this, which is going to be used in some Valentine's Day crafts that I'm going to be making pretty soon for hubby and for the kids. And then we got all of this Wright's rickrack, and it's all kind of in the same size blue. I don't know if the person was working on something and this was part of it, and that's why they bought so much, or they just bought in bulk for some reason. But I like it because it's kind of still in the case and it's cool looking, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. I think for now we'll just keep it, and maybe I'll give it to some of my sisters-in-laws that live out of the country. I also got these Post-its. Usually I pay $1 for them at the dollar store, and I always need them because I'm always reading something and I'm always taking out the Post-its. I could show you one of my books right now, and I'm putting them in there, and so those always come in handy. And I just like this because I kind of like the case that it was in. It says replacement pockets for men's slacks, and it was 90 cents back whenever this was sold. But I just thought that this was a cool package, and I don't intend on taking it out. I just like the way that it looks right in there. And then the last little Christmas decoration that we got was this little sunflower. This is my receipt. This is also for Dad, for whether it's his birthday in August or Christmas It says Ohm's Law Calculator, ohmite, and it's a parallel resistance calculator. And it said it's made in the USA back in 1949. It says that here, made in the USA in 1949. And it says that it was 25 cents back then. So you can move it and it gives you the calculations. This is something that's like so my dad, and I just think that he'll really appreciate it. And yeah. And then last but not least, I got this just because I liked the design on it. It's all the different zodiacs, and it's just like an old box, an old CD cassette audio track box. And with this, I plan on making a nice little lavender sachet and putting it in there so that it kind of doesn't smell so moldy anymore. And then the next time that I send out like friend mail or something like that, or some cards to someone, it'll go right in there because I think that's adorable. So I bet you're wondering, how much was all of this? All of this together was $15. So originally they wanted 20 for the seltzer bottle and 10 for this. And I was like, that's not happening. So I got them down, and needless to say, they came down to 15 for everything. So I thought that was a pretty good price, especially since the seltzer bottles go for like 25 online. So I just saved myself some money on Dad's Christmas present, and that's about it. So next up, let's get into the story that I promised you guys. So spilling the tea on the insanity of some of these estate sales on Long Island. I swear to God, it was absolutely insane. Like, so I got there, the estate sale was supposed to start at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we got there at around 20 to 10, like something like that, like 9:30, 20 to 10. And even by that point, like, the line was all the way down the block. Like, it was like a city block. It's like Floral Park, like, so, no, Flushing. So it's like Queens, and it's like really city looking. And it's just like all these like angry looking people in leather coats. Like, just like, I swear to God, they all look so angry. But there were a few, like, you know, nice people in the midst. Like, I saw a couple people that I recognized from, like, some other estate sales and whatever. So I went over and I said hi to them. And, like, as I was going up to these people to say hi, this guy comes at me and he goes, "Do you have a number?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "I didn't even know there was a number system today." So he's like, "You need a number in order to be on the line." I'm like, "Do you work here?" He's like, "No." But he's like, "I'm just making sure that nobody cuts me." I'm like, "All right." Okay, so this guy. So anyway, so then like I saw this lady and she had like a yellow pad, and she was like, they're not giving out numbers anymore. Like they're past 60 people, and that was like their last like sign up. Like, I don't know if you have like a number system where you're from, but like on Long Island, like I said, it's like a couple different ways. Either it's like first come, first serve, or they do like this deli system thing where they like just give out numbers. Like, they literally rip a piece of paper like and give you like 1, 2, 10, 20, whatever, and then when you get up to the door you have to give it in. But usually after like the 20th person, that goes out the window anyway. But like, because there were so many people and everyone was like so angry, they like really stuck to this number system. So this lady came up to me, she's like, they got rid of the other number system after 60. So I started a yellow sheet by myself. So she like was from Long Island, she moved out to Oregon, like I was telling her like about myself and everything like that. So her and I got to talking, and like we were waiting on the lines together, and like we were getting to know each other, and we kind of made the time go by easier together. And so it made it easier to be up there because this woman was there with me. So after, by like 11:15 or something like that, we had gotten to like almost the door, like where we like almost in at this estate sale. And that's when like all hell broke loose, and it just got like insane. So they were letting people in, like 5 people at a time at a point. But then like towards like when I was up there, like about to get in, and by the way, the line is building the whole time. Like by this point, it's literally around the block. And this estate sale wasn't even that good. Like the crazy, do you have a number guy? He was like, the only reason that there's so many people here is because this is the only estate sale going on. And when it's the only one going on, people go crazy. Like they want to buy stuff. So I was like, you know what? That makes sense. That's why people are out here. So anyway, so by the time that we got there, and like the number system was like kind of out the window, even though we had like this yellow sheet like with everybody's names and numbers on it. And the sweet lady that I was talking to, who was there with her brother, like, so like they were letting people like in like 5 people and then 2 people, and then they just stopped letting people in for like a while. So the lady that I was sitting next, like that I was standing with, and her brother just decided, like she's like I see her just walk down the steps, and I'm like, where are you going? And she's like, he doesn't want to stay anymore. She's like, we're done, take our numbers. Because like at that point we had been waiting like 20 minutes, and everybody's just getting angrier and angrier and angrier, and like people that were being nice to each other started being nasty to each other, and the numbers guy is like literally going down the line of people like, do you have a number? Do you have a number? Do you have a number? What's your, like I'm like, oh my God, guy, like you're not even involved. Like you're way before all of these people. Why are you even making it into a big deal? So anyway, so that is the story. Eventually I got into the estate sale, and needless to say, there wasn't that much cool stuff there anyway, but there was enough that I feel like I did a good job, and that I got some things that are going to be cool for me and my family. So that's the story of the crazy estate sale. Ugh. And I hope that you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.